Picking a practice management system in an accounting firm is absolutely brutal. Too many choices, it's too high stakes. Hard to tell what the tools even actually do, and a lot of them, aren't even, practice management systems now. The lines are getting blurred on exactly what these tools even do.
So how am I supposed to pick one?
Listen, bring it in, squad. I'm gonna run you through a 4-step process to help select a system and then share a mega report we just released for firms under 100 employees that is a comparison of over 200 features across 14 systems. It was a lot, and I am tired. Okay, but that's gonna save you a whole bunch of blood, sweat, and tears figuring this all out for yourself. Okay, step 1. What is important to your firm? What do you need from your new system? Better, workflow management, a killer client portal, file management, automated client requests. This is very firm specific. Let's say I run a tax practice for the elderly and I spend my nights and weekends at the retirement home meeting with the olds. I am not looking for a sweet client portal then, right? If I have a tool that I love that does proposals really well, I don't need engagement letters. Let's say I got a time and billing app that I don't want to leave. My PM doesn't need to have time and billing. You get the idea. Now, if you don't even know where to start, what should I expect from this system? Here are 6 categories to be thinking about, and you need to rank these in their relative importance. Number 1, workflow management, tasks, projects, that sort of thing. Number 2, client management. Number 3, portal, all the client-facing stuff. Number 4, file management. Number 5, email, because that's a thing. Number 6, time and billing. So literally jot those down if you need to pause the video and make a list of what is the most important for you. Because by the end of this video, you will know which systems are the very best for your needs according to that ranking. Step 2, what do you expect from this functionality? You may say workflow, but that means very different things to different people. For example, on workflow, should it have subtasks, custom statuses? Do I need to be able to make a task recur on Monday and Friday? Or shift a due date recurrence when it falls on a weekend? 100 different examples of this, but for your top couple categories, jot down the most important functionality to you. Because these systems do a ton of things, and some systems try to do everything, while others do a few things really well. And what you don't want this to become is just this feature arms race. You want to choose the platform with the most meaningful implementation of the functionality that is most important to the success of your firm. Step 3, the report. I'm going to show you how this report that we put together works, but do not skip step 4. Arguably, it's the most important. We're going to talk about that last. So get your hands on this report that we put together. I'll show you how to use it. Basically, there's 3 sections here. You've got a summary page, a product page for each of the 14 products, and a massive data grid of over 200 features. Now, again, this is not a feature arms race. Many tools will implement the same feature in different ways, for example. Some features may not even be necessary because of some alternative approach. For example, tags versus custom fields. But the goal here is to find the tools that are heavily invested in the things that are most important to you. Now on the flip side, if your goal is just to find a system that'll do anything and everything, then we've got platforms that are trying to do that as well. So a really easy place to start here in the report, I'm gonna go to the summary page, and you'll see this is like a heat map. So this is a reflection of the percentage of features in each category that a tool has to give you a sense of who is investing where. Are they heavily invested into a couple categories? Are they trying to do a whole bunch of things? So for example, if the email integration of my system is really important to me, here we can see the players with the greatest level of email support. Those are gonna be the ones that are lit up. But ultimately, what is important to you is that who's investing in their portals? Who's got the most workflow functionality? This heat map is a great place to get started. But again, from there, what you probably wanna do is look at the specific tool pages of those that look like they could be a good fit. Those tool pages are gonna do stuff like highlight notable features that they both have and don't have. You're gonna see G2 and Capterra reviews, these little radar charts that we use as a visualization of what they do and don't do, and even some commentary from the company themselves about what they're building next, because that also matters. You are hitching your wagon to this thing long term. But then, the data grid, the big boy. This is really helpful. How many times have you been deep into a software and realized, it doesn't do this? Are you hecking me? Man, this is what we want to capture in this report, is all the fiddly stuff can I filter client views? Can I filter on tags? Can I filter on custom fields? Can I do multi-filters? Can I share views with my team? Can my client tags or custom filters be visible inside a task for that client? Can I filter my tasks? on those client tags or custom fields. I mean, there's so many different things like that, right? Where you run into it and you're like, well, crap. It turns out that I actually really need this, and this is now a problem. And this isn't just like a view or a workflow thing. This is across everything. So many things like this in every category: workflow, portal, time and billing, you name it. The data grid is where you want to dig deep into the data on the systems you're learning more about to ensure that you've got everything that you need. And fourth, probably the very most important step to this process, and what most people still don't do, start talking with people. Start having conversations about the tools you're thinking about using. Now, you gotta go talk to the providers of the products. You absolutely need to do that. Ultimately, those conversations will be much more nuanced than a generalized report like this can be. But also, start talking with other practitioners who use these tools. This is so important. Put out to your professional network that you're thinking about making this change, and being able to talk with real firm owners who have made the change you're considering, it will save you so much time and stress. Now, your sales rep, they will be helpful and they still need to be involved in the process, but you've still got an incentives issue there, right? Like, ultimately they are salespeople. And the firms that your sales rep will refer to you to ask questions of, while better than nothing, those are still hand-picked firms who will do nothing but speak glowingly of the software. And that's not what I want. What I want is the real story. And nobody's perfect here. Let's be real. Absolutely no tool is gonna be perfect. I'm not looking for that. But I wanna talk with folks who are actual users. How was onboarding? Anything surprising on the positive or negative side? How was support? How was support after they've sold you on the product? Does it go off a cliff or does it get even better? Well, you need to talk to the software company and you need to work with your salesperson. Please, please, please don't just make decisions based on what salespeople tell you. That's a losing strategy. Talk with real practitioners who are using the products. This is the value, frankly, of networking with other pros at conferences, on social media, and in online communities. Now, before we wrap up, last week we talked about challenging assumptions in accounting firms. It was a good one. And with this video's sponsor, LIF Flow, I'm gonna show a killer idea to take the pressure off those financial statement delivery deadlines. So, LIF Flow. It's an easy way to sync your QuickBooks data out to Google Sheets. They got a whole pile of templates you can use. I'm gonna pop over here. Let's create a starting point like, how about this live updating budget versus actuals? This is a template they provide that I can just swipe. I'm gonna say use template. Once I'm in, all I gotta do is connect it to my company. So I hit the drop down. I'm connected to 2 QuickBooks companies right now. I'm gonna connect this to Acme and say swap company. Okay, and now it is updating live. If I come in here, I can see this report. You can even drill into these to pull you straight into QuickBooks. But if I'm thinking about what a real-time dashboard would be for the client that ticks all these boxes, I'm gonna need more stuff than this. So I'm gonna pull in some other reports, hop back into templates. What are some other things that my client needs, like real time? How about a live AP dashboard, managing bills? What else? How about expense management? For sure. Here we got expense management by vendor. They've got loads of other templates in here to make this as easy as possible to build out. Or if you want, you can build your own from scratch. And just like that, you can bang together your own real-time reporting that is what your client actually wants to see. And I would hazard a guess that they're probably not even going to look at those financials most months. Now, still gotta do them. Can't just forget about them, but it absolutely takes the pressure off that delivery deadline, right? Pretty cool. Learn more about this one at the link in the video description below. Now, that big sweaty report we showed off, go swipe it, links in the video description. I wasted years using the wrong practice management system, and this report would have saved me so much pain. And a special thank you, honestly, to all of you who tune in each week, and the sponsors we get on this channel for making, frankly, big, cool projects, ambitious stuff like this possible. Now, if you got value from all this, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, enable notifications. We got some really cool, valuable stuff on the way, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!